All right, let's go ahead and look at another example. This one might be kind of long, but it's a pretty good one. Let's see. So in this case, let's go ahead and look at the integral going from 0 to 1 of dt all over 3 plus radical t to the 6th. And remember, this equals 0 over 1, 1 over 3 plus radical t to the 6th dt, right? So now let's go ahead and set our u's. So we'll just say u is equal to 3 plus radical t. So in this case, du is going to equal to, take the derivative, this constant goes away, take the derivative of this radical t, which is what, t to the 1/2. So 1/2 plus 1 is 3 seconds. No, take the derivative, not the integral. The derivative of t to the 1/2. 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. And you bring this 1/2 down. So 1/2 t to the negative 1/2, right? And so that looks like 1 over 2 to the radical t, right? So du is equal to 1 over dt, right? Now what we want to do to isolate this dt, we got to bring this whole thing over on this side. And remember, this du is the same thing as a 1. So that's like saying 1 over 1, 2 to the radical t is equal to dt. And when you simplify this 1 up here is the same as 1 over 1 times, go ahead and take the reciprocal of this, which is 2 over t over 1. It's the same thing as saying 1 over 2 radical t. It's the same thing as saying t, right? And so du is going to equal to 2 radical t dt. All right, that was pretty involved to get the du, but we got it done. And now in this case, we're going to go ahead and now let's set our limits equal to set our limits to u. So in this case, when t equals 0, u is equal to 3. And when t equals 1, u is equal to 4. 3 plus radical 1 is 4. And 3 plus 0 is 3. So now everything is in terms of u. Everything's in terms of u. So let's go ahead and set our integral up. So the integral going from 3 to 4, going from lower limit is 3 to 4. You're looking at a 1. Right, you're looking at a 1 over, again, I just got to make sure everything is lining up correctly. And du, let's see, Right, so this du is equal to, right, in this case, 2 radical t is equal to dt, because we multiplied this over here, and it's du, yeah, du 2 radical t dt, 2 radical t is equal to dt, 2 radical t du is equal to dt, right? So we're looking at 2 radical t, right? So now in this case, we can go ahead and simplify further. Now remember, 1 over u to the 6. Remember this t here, we can go ahead and we have to set this t in terms of u. So we do that by manipulating this. And so when you manipulate this u equals 3 plus radical t, that's going to look like u plus 3 is no, I'm sorry, u minus 3, kind of all over the place. U minus 3 is equal to radical t, right? So 2 times u minus 3, because radical t is equal to u minus 3, right? So now let's go ahead and plug this in. I want to go ahead and sit this on top of this. So going from 3 to 4, we're looking at a 2 u minus 3 all over u to the 6th. And so I want to simplify this to 2u minus 6 all over u to the 6th, integrating from 3 to 4. Let's now to break this down even further. I'm going to go from 3 to 4. So 2u all over u to the 6th minus 6 over u to the 6th, right? So now we're ready to start. Let's see if we go ahead and we're going to simplify a little bit first before we integrate. So one of these u's can go away. This u, when you simplify, this will go away. So you're looking at a 2 over u to the 5th minus a 6 u to the 6th, going from 3 to 4. And now to break it down even further, you just got to say this is equal to 2 times u to the negative 5 when you break this fraction down, minus 6 times u to the negative 6, right? When this is broken down. So now when you put these together, you're looking at the integral going from 0 to 4 of 2u to the negative 5 minus 6u to the negative 6, right? So now in this case, we're ready to integrate. So going from 0 to 4, so negative 5, let's see, negative 5 plus 1 is equal to -4. And so negative, looking at -1/4 times 2. So 2 times -1/4 is equal to -1/2 u to the -4, right? And when you take the derivative of this equals this as a check. So now let's go ahead and say -6 plus 1 is what? -6 plus 1 is -5. So we're looking at a -1/5. You're looking at a -1/5 times -6, which is what? You're looking at a 6/5. Plus 6/5 u to the -6, right? So now again, -6. No, I'm sorry. This should be a -5. Again, when you're doing these problems, you always need to look back and make sure you did everything correctly. So to break this down further, you're looking at going from 3 to 4. You're looking at a -1 all over 2u to the 4th plus 6 all over 5u to the 5th. And are we ready to plug in our limits? So -1 all over 2 to the 4th, 4 plus 6 all over 5 to the 4th fifths minus -1/2 to the 3/4, right? Plus 6. Again, it's a little bit sloppy, but hopefully you guys are following along. 5 to the 3/4. Okay. And so when you throw all this into the calculator, you're going to be looking at approximately, let's see, looking like -1/2 4 to the 4th plus 6 5 4 to the 5th minus 1 over -2 to 3 to the 4th you're looking at a approximately a -9.4. And this is your final answer. Hopefully, again, this is it's pretty straightforward, but kind of got sloppy there at the end. But hopefully you guys understand.